This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2006 Ford F250 Super Duty Crew Cab Short Bed. It is an XLT. It is a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. Now it's an XLT, but the previous owner, whoever had this stolen from them, installed a platinum leather interior and door panels, which is a gigantic upgrade. But as far as Ford is concerned, it's an XLT. All right. This truck is on a clear title. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in Fontana, California. Has 111,962 miles on it. And let's see what else. That's about it as far as the stats are concerned. We do an inspection. This is what the inspection looks like. My mechanics made me tell you, reminded me to tell you, was an XLT. Previous owner installed platinum seats and door panels. Passenger rear door. If you look at the before pictures before it left California, you'll see down low on the passenger rear door, there's some little dents in it, like somebody got a little close to a post or something. We bought a used door. We didn't want to paint this truck because it's too nice a truck to have it just be off by a shade. So we bought a used door, that exact color. That's a real Ford door. It's the exact color, and that's why it looks like that in this picture as opposed to the before picture. Mechanically, when we do our inspection, it takes about an hour. Vehicle in the air, driving, wheels off, everything. It needs a fuel sender. You need a fuel sender, Rotella oil and filter, and so an oil change. Coolant reservoir had a leak in it, so it got new coolant also. Front and rear brake pads, driver rear caliper and rotor. Driver door handle was broken in the theft. Wiper blades and the ignition obviously was broken in the theft also. Let's see, used passenger rear door. I already explained that. All right, it's on a clear title, has 111,962 miles. It's a really nice truck. I'm going to show you what's going on with it. There's a couple little scrapes, like especially on the front bumper. Most of the stuff is pretty minor. I'd say the tires on the front are about, I don't know, 30 or 40% tread. The rears are about 20% tread. I'm going to walk around. When I point at something, that'll give you a cue that if you care, that's where I would look on the in the picture gallery, the photo gallery. There'll be a little magnifying glass. You can click on that and zoom in. If you look at every picture carefully, I'd appreciate it, so that the right person ends up with the right vehicle and they know all the cosmetics as well as the mechanics. But when I point at stuff, like there's a little touch up right here, a little scratch that was touched up, it'll give you a cue of something to look at. Looks like a little bit of a scrape here. Not into the paint, more into the clear, but anyway, if you would look at that stuff with the magnifying glass, there'll be no surprises at all cosmetically, okay? And if we do this correctly, mechanically, do the video correctly, the pictures, all the announcements correctly, everything's perfect. And 99.999% of the time, that's exactly how it works. The tailgate is the biggest issue. It's got some dings and dents in it. We left it on. We were going to get a louver tailgate like that truck has. They're about 270 bucks. But we figured let's try to keep the price down. And most people aren't going to care too much. But if you want to have us put one of those on, add 260 bucks, $279 exactly, I think is what it is. For that louver tailgate, we'll put it on, and we'll throw this one in the bed with it, so you can have them both, if that's what you want to do. It's a lot cheaper than buying a tailgate and painting it. And yes, we did try to buy the used tailgate on this truck that we bought from the same truck that we bought the door from, and it was already gone. So it's pretty rare to actually find a vehicle that has the exact painted part that you want. So we kind of got lucky on that one. But it was really good for the truck not to be messing with the paint. There's the remotes. I'm gonna start the truck, and we're gonna look under the hood and take the oil cap off. You guys will be able to look for blow-by. See what that looks like. We'll also look for stamps, Ford stamps on both fenders and both sides of the port support, which would indicate that nothing's been replaced. It does have some cool aftermarket stuff. No blow by at all. That's very good. There's your Ford stamp right there. New battery on this side. Ford stamp right there. Stickers where they belong. Aftermarket airbox. Another Ford stamp there. And another Ford stamp there. New coolant bottle. Of course, I locked myself out of the other doors like I do in every video. God. I guess I gotta unlock them if I want to open the door, huh? There we go. Anyway, like I said, here are your platinum door panels. Somebody spent a lot of money making this thing with the platinum seats and door panels, and they're in really good shape. We did not do this. So the previous owner, and even did the black carpet to make it a real platinum interior. The only thing that's not platinum about it is I know platinums have a different instrument cluster with carbon fiber and that type of thing. But the seats and the door panels, that is definitely platinum interior, which is interesting. That would indicate, along with the goodies under the hood, that he liked this truck quite a bit and spent some money on it. So whoever owned it before didn't have to spend a bunch of money and put some time into actually getting the seats in and getting the right carpet in and all that stuff, right? Back, forward, up, down. Get rid of this thing, it's in the way. Let's see. Seat up, seat down, front seat up, and down. Seats are in really good shape. I think we had to fix a tear on the driver's seat on the very edge of it, and that was about it. It does show that it's a heated seat. I'm not even sure what that is. Huh. I would bet because he retrofitted those platinum seats in there that those don't work. So just assume they don't work, because that would be a lot of wiring. This was an XLT and it didn't have heated seats. So I would assume those heated seats do not work unless that guy was really good electrically. Out, in, down, and up. Other side, out, in, up, and down. There's your locks. Seat back, forward, up, down, tilt up, tilt down, up, down. That works fine. It's this piece right here. This piece right in front. That's the new piece. Got adjustable pedals, down, up, tilt wheel. That works fine. Hop in here. I'm going to the White Mountains, snow country here in about a week and a half. And I'm trying to figure out what to bring up there. And if this thing is still in our inventory, which I doubt, but if it is, I have a feeling this is the guy that's going. Low miles.
This Maryland man.
Tickets is called.
Radio works fine. MP3 capable. CD player. Air's going ice cold. All the settings work. It's a little cool in here, so I'm going to turn that on. Perfect. This is a sweet truck. Alright, tilt the steering down. There's tow on and off, on and off. Alright. Obviously we don't have a trailer, so there's nothing to check. Alright, let me move up a little bit here so I don't back into the truck behind me when I'm doing this. Alright. We're in neutral. I'm going to go to 4 low. Drive, and we're going to go into reverse. That's definitely 4 low. Need a gear there. All right, we're gonna go to neutral. We're gonna go to 4 high. Now we're in 4 high and drive. And reverse. Oh, that's perfect. All right, neutral, 2-wheel drive. Let's go for a ride. All right, this truck's on a clear title. If you come just on drive it home, which you're welcome to do, you're gonna pay tax and dock fees. Dock fee is $250. Tax is 2% city sales tax plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is 5%, you will pay 7%. If it's 9%, you pay 11%. If it's 0% like Alaska, you'll pay 2%. All right? If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is agreed upon price. All right? So if you come to Tucson, you'll pay tax, which I explained how to calculate, and you'll pay a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, you just pay the agreed upon price. Once we receive your wire, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We'll notarize it, sign it off to you. We'll scan that into your online file so you'll be able to see that immediately. We even scan the envelope that we mail it in, okay? So you'll be able to see everything. Then we'll send it off to you, okay? But what else? Deposit. Deposit is $500. Once we receive your deposit, we have a deal. Until we have your deposit, it's for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in. Trucks like this do not grow on trees. Low miles for an 06, very good condition, really nice interior. Whoever gets this thing, and if we agree on a price, get your deposit in, because there's certainly going to be someone right behind you who may be faster on pulling the trigger on the deposit and getting it done. So don't go through all the 15 minutes of video and all the pictures and all that stuff only to get beaten by somebody who gets their deposit in faster. Warranty speech. It's out of warranty. It's 111,000 miles and it's 10 years old. The people at Ford bailed on the warranty several years ago and many miles ago, okay? If they could have given it twice the warranty, twice as many years and twice as many miles on warranty, they would have. And they would have sold it for more money, and they would have sold a lot of them, and they would have sold them really fast, okay? So they didn't, because basically the people who built it didn't know what would happen after that many miles or years. If they did and they knew everything would be fine, for sure, they would have given it a longer warranty, right? The point being, we don't know more than the people who built this truck. They don't know if it's going to break or not. We don't know more than they know. So there's risk involved. If you're risk averse, don't buy anything from us. And I wouldn't suggest buying anything used from anybody, whether it's a lazy boy or a truck or a cat or a dog or a duck. Buy everything brand new, and that way you might have some warranty. All right? Because there's risk involved. If it shows up at your house and decides that that's the day one of the window motors doesn't want to work, go buy a window motor and put it in. There's no checks coming from Wheel Kinetics. All right, we can sell them to you at the price we do because we give you tons of information. There are theft recoveries. We're willing to take a risk up front buying them, and you're gonna have to take a little risk too, all right, to save a bunch of money. And if you're not willing to do that, go buy a brand new one, a brand new Lariat like this, loaded like this one, with this much stuff on it. Well, this is an XLT technically, but whatever. Probably about $45,000. And then for a couple of years you'll have warranty and you'll be safe, and after that you're gonna owe 30 grand and you're gonna have no warranty. And that is the truth. All right? So the answer, basically what I'm saying is, we don't know what's gonna happen. It could break in a week. Right now we've got a hell of a truck. Obviously, you're watching the video, right? This is a beautiful truck. But, everything breaks eventually, and sometimes things break the very next day. And sometimes they don't. And you don't know. So we don't want people thinking that we're trying to take advantage of them, and so we want people to do things with their eyes wide open, okay? Ask people about diesels, ask them about EGRs, show them the deal we have in every ad that for our buyers only for $1,900 to do the EGR cooler. It doesn't need one, but it's a smoking deal if you want to get it done. And that's it. All right. Thank you for your time.